just different types of games. But I guess as far as just the tech is concerned, there's no real reason it couldn't be used in either a AAA title or casual.
That's actually a good point about pricing. We do have various pricing models, licensing terms that will help casual game developers with that are releasing smaller games, not the full-on, Blu-ray kind of releases, but smaller games at different price points, help them be successful because it's a completely different financial model than some of the larger tier AAA licenses, but those models don't quite fit. So we figure it out. We like to do this, so we're all smart people. We'll sit down, everybody sharpens a pencil out, and we figure out what the win-wins are.
Another question?
Yeah, my question is, Australian game developers, a lot of them have to target the DS right up to the next AAA consoles. Are you guys aware of any middleware product that is able to run across all platforms, including the old ones like PS2?
No.
Havok still runs on the PSP and the PS2. We don't have a whole lot of call for it these days, but we still are giving out licenses for some of the older platforms. Not DS, unfortunately, but yeah, still the PS2, the PSP, and then current generation, and we're looking at the next generation. And we are doing some internal thinking about some of the other platforms out there, but we do realize that that's a market. But yeah, so we just want to stay kind of open-minded in that area.
We have another question down here as well. Just
pick up on the casual game. This question is more about the genres that Middleware can kind of allow developers to build. Like the particular genres. Are there particular genres
Project from the diaphragm.
Are there particular genres that aren't covered by middleware solutions? Like, I think recently there are some flat games that have been made here in Australia that may have had trouble finding middleware to support that engine, for example.
I think it's where technology is, or just where the hardware is now. The hardware has the brute force to really drive a lot of those applications. I mean, last generation, PlayStation 2, Xbox generation. Yeah, I would say there's, I'm going to go back to my own experience. Unreal Engine is probably not the best engine for a flight simulator. It wouldn't be the best engine for a racing simulator or car, race car thing. Just streaming tons of crap in all the time. That's changed with the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3 current generation PC. We've seen the example of flight simulators done in Unreal Engine. We've seen examples of sporting games, soccer, baseball, American football being done in Unreal Engine. We've seen examples of racing titles, car games, big, large cities, MMOs. It becomes a technical challenge at some point. We have to brute force hardware to make it work, and then, like I said, use the tech as a foundation. You start here and you say, okay, well, what challenges do we have to get to our end goal, which is here? Oh, we've got to solve this streaming bit with getting the clouds just right that the planes will go through. All right, that's what the engineers do, and then that's how the use it as a starting point to go.
So for us, if you're looking at a flight simulator, we don't do a lot of games with people with helmets because you can't see the face. Last year we had a campaign on take the helmet off. It was like friends against in helmet tyranny kind of thing. So, but
the mask
I hate the mask. I am so talked about taking that damn helmet off. So what we do is we do push the engine. So and we push the technology, and we have a lot of people that specialize in facial rigging, for example. I see a lot of really good body riggers in the industry. We're trying to corner the market on the facial riggers. We have really, really good ones. And so it's all about the weighting, and we've got some tricks we can optimize, get more motion out of facial animation. So we will work with you to optimize the facial animation in the engine. Just kind of tell me what Havok was talking about earlier. You've got somebody you can lean on and really push those engines to get what you need out of performance in our case, or whatever other middleware you're using.
I guess for us, for Havok, we've really tried to focus on being very modular. So we have our technology split into 6 different products, and a lot of those products talk to each other. If you have both of them, if you say you have Havok animation and you have Havok cloth, there's a bridge library there that allows them to interact. But if you're not using our animation system, if you're using your own or some other middleware provider's animation system, we provide examples of how to integrate with those as well. So I guess that's how, for different genres of games, it's hard to, you can't just have, for us at least, we don't just have one broad spectrum solution. We have, we try to remain very modular for that reason. So for example, like in a flight simulator, if you want to have a physical simulation for the plane and you're applying forces to the wings to get it to stay aloft, you can do that. If you want to have your own flight simulator, you don't want to have a true physical simulation, but you want to have planes be able to shoot each other and explode, and then that's going to be a physical simulation. You can do that as well. We've had customers that have made flight simulators, and then they want to animate all the bits, so have, say, for example, the gauges are actually an animation that they're scrubbing back and forth. The wings are actually an animation and they're scrubbing the timeline on the animation. So I guess for us, it's remaining modular is kind of is how we've attacked that area, trying to appeal to as many different genres and be available to as many different genres as we can.
I have a question for you here. How would you actually advise developers to best make use of your middleware and the evaluation process, and what they actually need to ask you and how they work with you? Because obviously it's not just buy it out of the box and it's going to work.
Good question. Test. Get underneath the hood. Explore everything. Don't buy anything until you've had the opportunity to really get underneath the hood and you're satisfied. What we like to do is we'll set up, of course there's paperwork involved, just NDAs and stuff like that, but we open the kimono and give you access to, give our evaluators access to everything so that they can properly go in and look. And we don't expect our licensees to step up and write a check or us go into the licensing part of the program until after they're completely satisfied. There's no pressure, the evaluation is no obligation. Once you're satisfied and you're on the path towards making a commercial product, then yeah, let's sit down and we'll figure that out. But until that time, I want you to be happy and I want you to know what you're getting into. And then when you do that and you're ready to go, we're ready to sit down and figure out what the licensing terms are.
It's as simple as finding a need and filling it. I mean, whether it's marketing or whether it's project management, you're hiring a third party and using middleware, you have a need. Does that middleware fit that need? And get, like Jay said, get under the hood, see what you're getting, make sure it meets those needs. Do the test. You can do a test with us. I know he tests as well. These guys let you test as well. And we can talk a little bit. He can talk about it a little bit about in a sec. But that's the key. I mean, really get in there and devote your time to it. Because what I have seen in the past too is, if you're going to have a 30-day or a 60-day window to evaluate, really make sure that you're evaluating and you don't get distracted by other things, and then come back and do it last minute, because then you're not really stressing the technology to make sure it meets your need. So that's one of the things I see is pretty common.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We don't want to sell you a product that isn't going to meet your needs, or in a circumstance where you have higher expectations or unrealistic expectations. So part of what you get with Havok is a support team, and it's an enormous stress on that support team if I try to sell you something that you think is going to be able to just do something that is just not designed to do, or something that's completely beyond the scale of what's possible. Because then the customer's not happy, we're not going to have repeat sales,